Hello and welcome to Bumbly Beach, scenario number 6 in the original RollerCoaster Tycoon from 1999, today in Open RCT 2. And of course, as always, there's an objective to meet, and it's 750 guests by the end of year 2 with a park rating of 600. Currently, free admission. We're not going to change that. I think they get kind of mad when you charge for entrance to the park and for the rides as well. But let's take a look at the park we have to start out with. We have this coaster called the Big Dipper. That is a pretty good wooden coaster. We've got a merry-go-round, and we got a Ferris wheel. And then we turn this thing around here, and we have an information kiosk. That is pretty much it. Well, that's not pretty much it. That is it. That's all we have. So since we already have the information kiosk, I'm not going to rush getting shops and stalls or scenery theming. Not going to have transport rides, but I think it's going to be smart for us to go ahead and just maximum research everything else. Taking a look at everything we start off with, we have miniature railroad, have a monorail, got a bunch more of these gentle rides we haven't done anything with. The one roller coaster, the one thrill ride that we always have, and we got a boat hire. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't see any water in the park. There is a beach, and we do have the ability to purchase not the land, but construction rights for a very large portion of the beach. So if we really wanted to, we could buy a bunch of this stuff, 40 bucks a pop, and we can't build on the ground, but we can build over it, as long as it doesn't touch the ground, if we buy the construction rights. So if we really wanted to, we could put something out here. You don't need to win the scenario. It's super simple, super easy. 750 guests. So we will go ahead, since I did not remember that it was only this one type of wooden roller coaster. I'm going to go ahead and focus on roller coasters and thrill rides only for research. They're still doing initial development, but we have the ability to go ahead and start doing a couple of things. Like, I always like to put an observation tower in this scenario. I think that's a fun thing, because you know you're at the beach. I don't know if the guests in the game actually care, but I always liked this map because you have all these row houses here. It's like it feels like you're actually in a neighborhood and you have something you might want to take a look at. So, if you just go ahead and you put in an observation tower, it doesn't have to be huge, but just center it on here. And I think we'll have this go up to, say, 155 feet. That's nice and tall. And then, if we want, we can have the stuff wrap around here. So I'll put this in the corner. And we'll put this exit right there. Obviously, you still have just the single-deck cabin, although RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 had the double-deck one you could research, or sometimes it would be unlocked by default. Everything else looks good. I just wanted to make sure the inspection was still at 10 minutes, and then $1, it's fine. So we'll go ahead and get that going. And I'm just going to have that go right in the very first thing when you come in the park. Yeah, see, there you go. 2 people already came in, 3. So they're going to have a nice scenic view to go up there, and we'll make a little bit of cash on the side. $4 for the Big Dipper. Probably just going to leave that alone. I do remember a couple of the times I played this scenario in the past, this roller coaster has crashed, and that's never a fun thing. But, you know, the only way you can really save that from happening is to make sure that your inspections are regular and you find problems. So we'll change that to 10 every 10 minutes. Ferris wheel, do the same thing. I do have the game default for new stuff set to 10 minutes, but if you open a scenario that, you know, is already in progress, then those rides are not going to be changed unless you change them. Don't have any handymen. Let's go ahead and hire a couple, hire a mechanic, and that should get us going here. We've got a little bit of garbage on the path, and there's nowhere for them to buy food or use the bathroom, so that's probably something we should be doing sooner rather than later. And we have this space right here around the observation tower. I generally like to put some stuff. I mean, I haven't played this scenario a ton of times, but I've played it enough to remember a pretty good bit what I've done. So I'm going to have the restroom there. Now, there's been a debate. Well, not really a debate so much as differing viewpoints about charging or not charging for restrooms. But, people sometimes in the game, people will get mad if you charge for the bathrooms. If you don't charge for the bathrooms, it costs you a whole lot of money. But I think for right now we're just going to leave it free bathrooms. Build ourselves, let's see, I guess I could go ahead. Just put in a fries shop. And some drinks. And some fruity ices. I always just called it ice cream, but that should work out to be a nice thing for us here. I will put in these two paths for the express purpose of placing benches. Little alcoves for people to eat in once they get their fries and their fruity ices. Of course, we'll have other stuff too once we research it, but for now, I think we're looking fine. I'm going to raise the umbrella price to $5, not 10, not 20. Because we do want people to be able to pay for rides. But now all we can do is just wait. Ah, classic mini roller coaster. There we go. Let's get this thing in turbo mode. I like this Big Dipper here. Little Dipper, whatever the thing is called. Big Dipper, Little Dipper, Medium Dipper, Big Dipper. There you go. It's a fun design where it just goes... Classic mini roller coaster. So this guy, of course, we've built probably, well, except El Cheapo, we've built all of the designs. Doesn't necessarily mean we have to keep putting a whole bunch of these things in, but I do like the idea of actually building stuff that people will want to ride. So this right here, I believe, is set up to where you can have... Yes, just stop talking in the middle of the sentence. That's exactly what you should be doing. I'm going to put this here. I think I can get away with this. We have a Ladybird as an option. Oh, those were all red, and now... Oh, there we are. There we are. How much is this? $2. Okay, we'll leave it at $2. Crazy Caterpillar. So I can't put this here because the roller coaster's in the way, but I can come over here like this and get that situated. Give them a little bit of a seating area at the exit of every ride, if at all possible. And I think the exit here... Yeah, there we go. We have a lot of trash cans already, but I usually like to have those at intersections of paths. Not really any reason for that versus anything else. I just thought it would be nice. Yep, selling those $5 umbrellas. Let's go. Steeplechase, that's the one with the little horse things. Tightest park in the country. It wasn't when we got here. But I think... Well... It's going to have to choose a thrill ride at some point, right? One would think. One would think. Observation Tower is proving to be a lot more popular than I thought it would be. Ferris wheel broke down. This thing is carrying, come on, 32 people. Okay. We'll take it. As long as they keep riding this stuff, then we'll be A-okay. Probably would help to have another bathroom over here at the exit. I know we can't see because of the ride supports, but this will fit right next to it. Make sure to just check just in case. Man, this must be a scenario where the preferred guest ride intensity is really low because they are all over this Ferris wheel and the merry-go-round. There's a way to, when you make a custom scenario, there's a way to set what the guest's preferred ride intensity, excitement level, whatever it is. But I don't know if there's a way to view it unless you, I don't know, look it up on the wiki or something. Anyway. This probably will not take a super long time. I did remember one of the first times I played this scenario, I built a train all the way around the outside here, and then I thought to myself, it's really not that big of a park. I don't think we need a transport ride strictly for the purpose of transporting anybody. But if we get to the point where we're actually building a whole bunch of stuff back here, then maybe it makes sense to just have a simple monorail going back and forth. I don't know. Right now, we're just kind of doing whatever we're doing. Pirate ship, I like the least exciting ride possible. This is something like the carnival that sets up in the high school parking lot. has one of these things. If you're going to an amusement park to be amused in a park, then why would you get on the giant swinging pirate ship? That's county fair stuff. Give me the cool thrill rides. Or give me go-karts, one of those two. Now we're going to get a roller coaster. And you know, there's no rule that says we can't build more than one roller coaster of the same type. It's just, if we get the looping one, then I can do my my shuttle loops. Those are always fun, even if it is kind of a little cookie cutter thing. Got vomit on the paths over here. Look at that cleaned up. This really is a pretty simple path layout, so I don't think we're going to have too many problems. How much loan? $10,000 loan. Okay. Big wheel's broken down. This thing's broken down multiple times now. I'm going to go ahead and hire another mechanic. And another handyman just to try and stay on top of that. How many people are on this? Oh, 0 people. Okay, spinning wild mouse. So that's a fun one. I think this thing holds more than... Yeah, it holds 20. All right. But the spinning wild mouse, that's the metal one. And there's these 3 individual designs. And you guys have been bugging me to do a custom design roller coaster. So you know what? You want it, you got it. Suffer with me. As we design, it's a 2-year scenario, so I have time to burn. But I think some of you guys don't understand just how bad I am at this. But I like the idea of having stuff that actually, you know, interacts with the environment here. So, yeah, the regular Wild Mouse one, you have a super steep lift hill you can do. But I'm going to keep this simple with a 4-station platform design. We'll put the entrance at the front, exit at the back, just have a simple, small queue. And I guess we'll find out together just how bad this is. Now, the simulate button, this is not a thing that existed in previous versions of the game. Of course, this is a mod made by fans to improve the playability, quality of life, etc. But I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, turn this on. And obviously, I love when the merry-go-round breaks down. It goes, Nyew. It's like, all right. Yeah, I guess young kids these days are probably not going to be as familiar with, like, the whole stopping a record player without turning the volume off kind of deal. But I digress. Like I said, the simulation is going to help me make sure that I don't accidentally make a death trap. And then what we'll do here is just... give this thing a turn. Now this doesn't have the super steep kind of thing that the regular Wild Mouse does, but what it does have is spinning, which is always funny when you're going down a hill and you're spinning around. It seems kind of like nightmare fuel to me, honestly, but what we can do is we can go ahead and just start the process here. Get these guys spinning around. Now, if we only have the slope down, slope up, and there's no steepness involved, then we're going to have to be kind of creative about how this thing moves around. But because we're not going to be able to have that much of a dramatic shift in how anything is set up. And I can't really see because there's so much other stuff here. I can't really tell exactly where I am. Yeah, see, that says it's in the way of... Wait, what is that in the way of? Because I feel like that should be... Oh, okay, it's under... Wait, is that under the slopes? This is why I don't really do this. Because I end up getting lost. I end up not really knowing where I'm going here. Take a look at how this looks when it comes down. That's not spinning. So does it spin by default and then that turns it off? Because if that's the case, I don't want that track piece in there. See, I told you this was going to take a long time to make a custom thing. Okay. Okay. So we'll just toggle that then. Observation tower broke down. Ooh, don't want to get stuck on that thing. But I wish I could kind of... this might have been a bad example of a roller coaster to do for the custom build, because I like it when you can do the tracks that go down and then also curve at the same time. That's a fun thing. So let's see if they're rotating like this, and then that does that. So now it's unlocked, but it can't really go anywhere. I think at some point... Okay, that'll work. That'll actually work. I wonder what kind of G-forces are going to happen when you go down and then up, and then immediately don't go up anymore and then start turning. I'm very interested to find out. That's not going to be able to go down here. Alright, well we're gonna see. Probably gonna be some sort of just absolute nonsense. Okay, so the roller coaster's in the way, so I should probably have just... Yeah, okay, so here, now what we've done is we've gone underneath the lift hill. Hopefully this doesn't completely do something stupid here. I think I can get up to... Maybe I can go up to 35 before this becomes a problem, but I'm going to keep it at 30, see if that... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's going to be nightmare fuel. All right, let's go. Oh, they're gonna not be a fan of that for sure. So all we got brakes, block brakes, and spinning control toggle tracks. That's not going to be a problem at all. So now, oh man, so this is, if you really want to break somebody's neck, you have them at the very bottom of a hill do a super sharp turn. That I don't think is going to make anybody feel too comfy about what's going on here. But we can go right above, this thing and see what kind of nonsense this ends up going to. Because if it's not going that fast at the top of this 30-foot hill, then we're probably okay. If it is, this is going to be awful lateral G's. It's going to be unbearable. We'll find out. Yeah, so that goes around. Now it's unlocked, so it can go... Oh, yeah, look at that mess. Okay, that's too tight. Too tight. We're gonna have to do a little bit of a break. Make sure that's set not too quick. I actually don't know how fast this is going. We'll find out during testing. But I did want to make sure that going around the corner here is not going to be, you know, a death sentence. So we'll turn the spinning off. And have that go under the track. And then go down. Spinning control. So I could either do that, or I could have this go... Well, actually, no. I'll tell you what. All right, let's try this. I know this is a terrible design. I told you I'm not good at this, but let's test. Car number 1. See what happens here. So now I click on this, I get the audio just from this roller coaster only. I can't zoom in anymore, unfortunately. All right, so 4 miles per hour. Not too shabby. Probably get a pretty decent view from up there. Oh, that's going to feel awful. You're probably... That's like a Barfomatic right there. Now it's... Ooh. Facing sideways around the corner like that. All right, well, let's see what the telemetry says. Because I'm thinking this might actually not be that bad. Wow, okay. Excitement rating of almost 6. I guess I'm not that terrible at this. But the lateral G's, 2.5. I honestly thought it was going to be worse. That is pretty high, though. Well, hey, run it. Let's do it. Call it $3. All right, and then that's just going to be there. Let's see who ends up riding this thing. I love how this thing is still rotating around in the station. I'm assuming that's to line it up on purpose. If it only rotates one way, that's so strange. Oh, that's going to be weird. Because you see how the... watch as it goes around. I'm pointing with my finger right here. the car basically stays in the same orientation around this curve, which is going to feel real weird. But maybe that's exciting. Who knows? At any rate, very strange. So this is car 1. Yeah, okay. Are they going to scream? Yep, a little bit. But not on that one. All right. Did we accidentally make a good roller coaster? We might have. If they're jumping when they come out, then they really loved it. Yep, there we go. Okay. All right. Well, we might have actually made something nice. So we can add this. I'll probably do that after the recording's done. But we could make this into one of those default buildable designs somewhere else. Just have to come up with a new name for it. Regardless. Wooden... Oh, now we get the wooden wild mouse. Okay, well, let's put this back on turbo speed here. See what else we're going to be able to get going. Now, one problem with having the park set up like this is the paths are going to become very crowded very quickly, and people are going to start complaining about it. Not hungry. Big Dipper was great. I feel sick. Already got a park map. Spinning Wild Mouse 1 is a really good value. Which usually means you're not charging enough money, but you don't have to charge a whole lot of money for everything to be good. Now, the wooden Wild Mouse, we have a lot more designs, and we've built most of these. But I don't know, maybe we don't need to build one of these quite yet. This one, honestly, this one looks really fun. It's got three different stations here. I wonder if there's a way... to... Well, first of all, put this in here at all. It doesn't seem like it wants to play nice with me here. But I was thinking to tie all of these stations together in the middle with a single entrance and exit. Because what this is it's basically the exact same roller coaster 3 times over. In theory, if I'm looking at this correctly. So you could... It's going to treat it as one roller coaster, but you could... It's like, I don't know, choose your own adventure. They just sequentially go to each other. I think that's kind of a fun concept. I just don't know exactly where this would fit that well. Like right here would... Ooh, okay, we get a little bit of interplay here with the other roller coaster. If I go this way, it's not going to work that well. But this is actually... Go this way, it goes up a little bit. That way it goes up a lot of bit. And I could just rotate again, see what ends up... So this, I'm not really as in love with. I did like the idea of having the roller coaster within the roller coaster. It's always kind of fun. So, maybe against my better judgment, but what if we... What if we just did this? So that's station 2. That's station 3. Now I've got to figure out what the best way to do this would be. Because if I did... Okay, well that's going to be an exit for sure. This would have to be an entrance and an exit there. Then this, I think, would also have to be an entrance, and then this would have to be the exit. But I'm kind of concerned about this being in the right spot here. Alright, now, let's take this, all turbo speed to get out of this rain so I can actually see something. But, alright, go to normal mode. Continuous circuit mode, that's the only mode we can do. Got these cool green mouse cars, that's fun. $2, we'll just call that that. I think I can get away with doing this. Let's see, 3. See, I have to be careful how I assign these queue lines because they're going to Yeah, see, this one could only be 2 long, and this one could be 3. It's really not going to matter that much, but... Because that's going to have to be like that. That's going to have to be like that. So it's going to end up being this really kind of weird situation here. Where because of the way that this was put in, we're actually not going to be able to get over the track. Alright. So I know this is like heresy, but okay, we're going to start over. Get rid of these. Because I think I originally was not going to want to have this raised up. But which one was it? Yeah. We're going to need to have it raised up because of how the thing is actually sitting up here. I need to be able to get a path out of this is what I'm getting at. So we rotate like we had before. See, now this is raised up enough to where we can send a path underneath. So that would end up being... I'm putting this here so it can actually escape. Then I think... Oh, I did that backwards. Hold on. Yeah, because this... No. Entrance... This entrance has to go here, and the exit has to go here. That was the problem. Now, if I put this entrance here, then that's going to mess with this. But if I put it here, I might not have enough room compared to this mess here. I think we're just going to have to, you know, live with it. I think it's going to be okay. If not, we can move stuff. But anyway, point that I'm getting at is... Did I put this in the right spot? Isometric view makes this very difficult. We have to have, no matter what, we have to have a path entering pretty much right here. Which means we can have all of this kind of snake around. I wish I had a top-down view. But it has to be able to get up somewhere. I'm just trying to think, because that's going to have to go out this way. That's going to have to go out that way. This is going to have to go out like this. Pretty much only going to be able to do that. That's going to have to be here, have to be here, have to be here. This then has to come out to here. And then this has to come out and make a turn around this way. And then this is going to need to be that path there. So now everything is connected. All these paths are connected up here. Okay, this is a lot easier to see this way. So we have 2 tiles, 3 tiles, 3 tiles. So this one is going to have a shorter queue. But if we can make this work, go down. Okay, so the roller coaster's in the way. That's not going to work. This is where this becomes a problem. Because you don't have an ability to go any other way. Now, if I raise it up, it's also still going to be a problem. So, I guess I might not be able to have all the stuff on the inside, because there is only a certain amount of leeway I've got to work with this. So obviously this isn't going to let me go any other way here. Now, if I were to just make that a 2. Yeah, so I still can't do this. Huh. But I feel like it should be possible. The way this is set up, it should be possible for this to work. It really should not be remotely difficult. But, you know, I really don't see a way for this to be a viable deal because of the positioning of station exits. Now, if I were to move one of the exits to the outside, say, actually that probably wouldn't work. This would be too far to the back, so I can't see that. Yeah, but one of these over here, that would leave space. If I got rid of this, that would leave space here for this to go underneath. And possibly let's get rid of our supports. So this is where the path is going right now. The path that it needs to connect to, in theory, is underneath this tile. So they might actually not be able to connect to that, but we can move it around. So why don't we move that? Okay. I know this is not exactly the plan that we had before, but let's try this out. Let's try this out. I say, convincing the people who are already watching the video to let me do whatever I want. Well, you're watching the video. That's what we're doing. That's the way it goes. Okay, so this is now connected. This is going down. Now, this is on the level here. Rotate this way is going to bring us... Oh, that's actually nowhere close to where I thought it was. But that does connect. So now, this is the only station that does not have a queue line that is 3 tiles. But we can solve that if we take this exit and move it here. Because what that's going to allow us to do is take this queue line. It's already a queue, you don't have to call it a queue line. Look, I'm American, it's okay. Now they all have equal length queues. And we can open this thing. So, I don't know what the actual name given to this was because OpenRCT2 did not maintain any of the custom names. But we're gonna rename this thing. It's got to be something with the 3, because it's like a 3-headed beast. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just Google what a 3-headed beast is called. I'm sure somebody who's super into mythology is gonna have answers in the comments for that as well. But let's see. Not 3 Mile Island. It's not a nuclear disaster. 3-headed beast. Oh, Cerberus, of course. Meanwhile, Harry Potter fans are going to absolutely lose their you-know-whats in the comments. I can't believe you didn't know. It's fine. It's okay. Well, that's what we're going to name it. So, there you go. Is that the dog, I think? In the, I don't know, I'm never a Harry Potter kid. But that is pretty neat. You have 3 different entrances, 3 different stations for the exact same deal. Swinging inverter ships. Okay, so what else has been researched in this time that we've been spending more time building a path layout than building a custom roller coaster? Oh, wow, we got some good stuff. Corkscrew, bobsled, and swing inverter ship. Okay. Well, hopefully, they ride this thing. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't put an exit path in. Oops. So what I can do with this is I can just have that go right down and join the exact same path section. And we got 3 people on the ride, which is weird because they're 2 passenger cars. So I wonder what the rating is on this, because they're... Oh, wow! 10.83 intensity rating. Well... Looks too intense for me. You're telling me, buddy. 10.83! That is, for reference, that is twice, almost... Okay, it's not technically almost twice as twice of this one would be like 13.5 or something. But wowee, that's intense. That's intense. But hey, people are in line for it. The Station 3 has 13 people. There's nobody for Station 2 and nobody for Station 1. So they have different... No, they don't have different ratings. Of course, it's the same thing. But I think it's pretty cool that you can have a 3-headed roller coaster that has all the same stuff. Every side, and I guess people have a favorite. Oh, somebody lost their lunch right there. I wonder why that happened. But we'll go ahead and probably hire another 2 handymen just to keep this thing cleaned up a little bit. It is March 31st, year 2. Oh, you know what? We only have 656 guests, and we have to have 750. We might actually have to put in some effort here. But it is cool to know that the Spinning Wild Mouse 1 that we pulled out of our back pocket is actually pretty reasonably successful. The music here is nice. I'm running out of cash. Well, that's too bad because we don't get the ATM thing until RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. Then we could just get as much money as we want from these people. Thrill ride. Is it going to be go-karts? It's going to be really funny if it's go-karts. Oh, that's all the roller coasters we have, huh? Alright. We'll do thrill rides for a little bit, but I think... Yeah, I like the corkscrew roller coaster. We built this Cobra one. We got all these other different designs that are just enormously huge. Like 26 grand. That's a huge thing here. Triple corkscrew is a design that I remember. Like, what is this? That's like a double helix kind of... Wow. 16.5, huh? I'm not building this. I just want to see how big this actually is. It's not gonna let me put this anywhere, huh? It's too big. It's too powerful. Alright, well. That's fine. Viper. I think some... I'm trying to remember which ones of these we've actually built. That one looks kind of cool. It's got the corkscrews going through the half loop there. So, 7 grand. And we can have this cool looking roller coaster. We haven't put anything on this side of the park. Okay, you're not going to be able to see too much. And I guess I probably should be kind of concerned about the thumbnails that I use. Because that's how people click on the videos, right? It should be something that looks nice. So maybe... Oh, hey, there you go. Corkscrew around the merry-go-round. That's what people pay big money to see. Oh, that's not going to work. Because I don't have cash. Well, you know what? What's our limit? Okay, 20 grand. All right. Well, let's go to 15. And because I want to build this thing. I think this looks cool. Pop that there. Pop the entrance there. That's going to be enough space to double back twice. Yep, cool. And here we go. Oh, yeah, take the supports away. That's definitely a smart idea. All right. There we go. Let's say we'll charge $4 for this one. And there we go. They're not going to get on it while it's raining, but it's going to look pretty cool when it's going. I guess now at this point, it's kind of a waiting game to see, are we going to get to 750 without doing anything else? And if not, what else should we try to do? Okay, I guess I probably need to speed this up so we can get out of this rain. Alright, so we do have some people waiting here. We got 4 in the line, 6. Okay, they're going to start streaming in pretty quick. I still think it's really funny how everyone's lining up for Station 3, but nobody... Okay, one person's in line at Station 2. Nobody... Okay, now... Alright, now I'm a liar. But that is pretty neat. I'm sure there's a more optimized way to lay this thing out, but hey. It's fine. So now, is this a full 28? Yeah, that seems like it. That's a cool little thing. It inverts and then does the little corkscrew deal and then goes through the photo and then does it again. Alright. So is that actually the same... Whoa, mine was more exciting and less intense, but also a lot more barfy. Lateral G's. Yeah, okay. I think we did pretty well building this Spinning Wild Mouse 1. Alright, so we have 685 guests. Are people complaining about the paths? Really good value on Crazy Caterpillar. Too crowded here. Yep, that's a sign that we need to have something to soak up all the guests. Oh yeah. You know what that means. You know what that means. It's time for go-karts. The ultimate soaker-upper of guests on the path is just having a whole bunch of go-karts. Oh, what fun. What fun. Let's put this mess over here in the corner of the park. Not that the big wheel needs any help getting some attention here, but I believe leave room for what we need to leave room for here. Turn this around. So this will be the end of the queue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's a lot of go-karts. You're right. Because we want to have a lot of go-karts. So we can either come right out this way and get kind of a head start on some nonsense here. Don't want to have it be too much of an uphill because then you start to run into problems with the carts wanting to go too slow. But I do like the idea of kind of putting these guys in like a nested set of... I don't know why I can't remember words. But you do something like this, they kind of occupy the same space here. And you can't really get away with doing too much in one corner. But, you know, it's a little bit of visual interest. Nothing super crazy. But it extends the place you're going to... I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to articulate an idea, and my mouth just said, you know what? No. 6:56 on a Friday, I'm done talking. Done talking for the week. But no, we're, I'm trying to figure out exactly what it was that I was going to say there. Well, suffice to say, I truthfully do not remember. But it's fine. This is going to end up being, I think, if I can do this correctly, this might actually be kind of a cool looking thing here, because I need this... Okay, so that can't go up any more than it already is. That will fit there. This will come around this way. Ah, see, I can't even do like a little bunny hill here. But I can do that. Elevation changes are fun, right? They'll go here, here, and here. So am I going to do the exact same thing again and again and again? You better believe it, because it works. Alright. Over and over and over again. Although, since this one has more space, I might actually be able to go... Ooh, ooh. I probably shouldn't have gotten away with doing it this way, but I did. Alright, so that one was up 2, down 2, up 2... Ah, not quite. So if instead I went up to here, and then back up to 15, and then down... No, we'll do this. Yeah, that actually works. Okay. Okay. We made something a little stupid, but it still works. That's what it's all about. All right, so here's your monstrosity of a go-kart track. This is not going to be a 3-lap race. I wonder if we could get away with doing a 1-lap, because this is pretty long. I can't test it, obviously. But if we do, say, $3... Then the reason I built this the way I did was so that we could have the queue be nice and compact here. So, let's see if this is popular. How many... Is this 9 carts is going to give me? 10. 10 carts, okay. Well, let's see what happens in this first race here. The world may never know, unless we get some more people in here. Alright, so red's in the lead, but the idea behind having a whole bunch of hills is it gives you a chance to pass people. Especially if you're not in the lead, because the guy in front's got to slow down. Okay, so blue guy won. We might need to make this a 2-lap race, depending on Well, I mean, oh no, they're liking it. You can see them jumping the little sprite. I keep pointing with my finger instead of the mouse. You can't see my fingers. Wow, okay. 5:45. Ride time 55 seconds. If I'm going to an amusement park and I get on the go-karts and I'm on there 55 seconds, I'm going to be mad. That is not enough time. But time is kind of an illusion in the RollerCoaster Tycoon universe anyway. So, I mean, if the guests are happy with this and they want to pay $3 a pop to do it, then we'll make it happen for them. I love how everybody else just gets off and this guy is, oh yeah, we're having a great time, and they're already ready to go, and this guy hasn't even come back yet. So then, somebody else comes in. There we go. And off you go. I find it interesting because Red, I think, was the one that... Oh, the traffic jam. Red was the one that won the first race, if I remember correctly. But Orange is so far ahead. I could watch this for, like, hours. Completely ridiculous. Yeah, because by the time Yellow gets back in here, he's going to be just about halfway done. So, what was this? They all just got in the one line. Well, that's fine. As long as they're okay with how this is working, then I guess that's okay. Really good. You want to pay more than $3 to go on Go-Karts 1? I didn't even name it, and you want to pay more money. Okay. Well, put this back on the... no, I already had it. There we go. It's still so weird. They have all the people in Station 3, and like they don't even want to go in the other ones. Oh, that one has 10. Okay, we're good. This thing's looking better. We're at 743 guests in July. Park value's sky high. I'm actually kind of surprised. Let's start paying back the loan. So I think we'll be able to be past 750 guests. The park rating is... You know, normally I don't have any problem getting it up to the maximum, but it's kind of been hovering. I wonder why it dipped here. I wasn't paying attention to the radio thing. Okay, disgusting state of... Oh, there's so much vomit on the ground. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. So maybe I need to... Maybe I just need to assign guys to clean up certain areas. Alright, so that's going to be Handyman 1. It's going all over the place. Handyman 2. I'm going to cover all this mess. I think that's fine. Handyman 3. Gonna need space. I'm going to hide the support so I can actually see. Yeah, Handyman 3 will take care of... Well, actually, Handyman 3 can just take care of the rest. Because they're not going to vomit in the queue. I don't think they can vomit in the queue. So at least... So, wowee, this is... super yikes. All this mess here. I guess people coming off these roller coasters aren't feeling too hot. I think I remember somebody leaving a comment saying it really doesn't matter if you put benches down outside of roller coasters, they're still going to vomit no matter what. So, I guess I really should have... Okay. I'm taking care of it. But that will negatively impact our park rating if that's not cleaned up. So maybe... Because I really don't want to hire more guys because I've been trying to pay back my loan here. 740. If I can reliably get this over 800 without building anything else, then I think we'll be in good shape. It's just... There's so much vomit. It's unbelievable. It's like... They're doing it like it's going out of style. So I'm just going to... Handyman 4, patrol this area, and only this area. So if we go to ultimate turbo speed, like we're right there on the cusp of 750. It's just so close. It's too close. Too close for comfort. I'm gonna... See, I don't really like doing the marketing campaigns, because I feel like it's not... It rarely actually accomplishes much, except sucking up a bunch of money, but if you don't want to build rides, or you can't build rides, it's probably your only way to make it work. So if we just did a campaign for the park, say 2 weeks, $700. It's, well, it's $350 a week. It's August 3rd. We have to have this finished by the end of October. So 4 weeks, obviously a month to the beginning of September. Probably is going to have a pretty good ROI. We'll do it. People have asked why I don't do marketing, and I just said, well, I didn't really feel the need to. So, now we did it. And we made a custom roller coaster, and we made a custom go-kart abomination, and we made custom path abomination. So, what more could you want? A very productive episode. Look at this. This guy is just all by himself. Alright, Handyman 5 is going to be assigned to this nonsense, and only this nonsense. So now every bit of path has somebody on it. Some bits of path have too. That should keep it mostly vomit-free. Now, if we spent $1,400 on marketing, and nobody comes to the park as a result of it, then that's going to be a disappointment. Yeah, it's still kind of hovering right around, so let's go back to normal speed. We got a top spin thrill ride thing. Oh, the launched freefall is always a super popular thing. So why don't we, escape hatch, huh? Why don't we escape hatch ourselves here? I think if there's a better way to put this in. What I'll do is I will... Nope, I'm not moving the tower. I'm going to move the exit and the entrance so I can make a nice long queue for this. There we go, because this is always a pretty popular ride. Yeah, get them in here. Okay, we did pass 750 guests. Park rating is still only 940. I guess they really don't like all the vomit. Well, we're working on it. We're going to get it cleaned up. This would actually not be a bad thumbnail view right here. I gotta stop thinking like that, though. At any rate, let's get this sped up a little bit. Okay, we're at 760. So closing on 770. So maybe this is, you know, maybe it's actually doing something. Well, no matter what, we have sufficiently fulfilled the victory conditions. So now I guess we just have to wait and see what happens. Now, I do want to know, I mean, there's not going to be any way for me to ever know this, because the game's not going to tell, but I would love to know how many guests entered at which entrance for Cerberus here. Really good value, really good value. Just looking at it makes me feel sick. I wonder why. An excitement rating of 1.6 and an intensity rating of 10.83. There really is no logical reason to subject yourself to that. Look at that. Company value of over 200 grand. That's pretty good for what is considered to be an easy park. The last in the easy category, according to the launch screen here. Complaining about the disgusting state of paths in your park. Look, I hired dudes. What do you want me to do? Go-kart's still popular. Is that the favorite ride of anybody? 18 guests. Is this monstrosity the favorite ride of anybody? 54! Why? It's got to be like one of the worst roller coasters ever. You go up a hill, you go down a hill, you go around a curve really fast. Oh, this one's actually much shorter. That's probably why they're not, wait, no, they're all getting in this one. But this is the shortest one. You just come right around the corner. This one goes around, this one goes around. What in the world is up with this ride design, man? Now, oh, there's a lot, oh, there's so much vomit that they're doing vandalism. Okay, favorite ride is 74 guests. I did something people like. That feels nice. So yeah, this... Gonna get another handyman. And I don't know if you can really see, it's kind of hard on higher resolution, but they've destroyed the trash cans. So, we can fix those and then put new benches in because those got destroyed. It is difficult to see, but they will, if the paths are gross or whatever, they will take sledgehammers to your benches, and you got to be cognizant of that. There's so much barf on the ground. It's like a barf apocalypse. Unbelievable. So the mechanics aren't doing anything. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go for Broek. It's the end of the scenario. Let's just clean everything up. So now the company value went down. But the advertising campaign finished. We have over 800 guests. The park rating is above the minimum. Like, remember, in this scenario, you have to have it at least 600. Which, to be perfectly honest with you... Hey, they keep breaking my furniture again. To be perfectly honest with you, it's really hard to keep your park rating lower than 600. Unless you are just really not paying attention. Or you're 8 years old playing the game for the first time and you really don't understand how the mechanics of anything work. But I think we can consider this to be a rip-roaring success. As long as they don't break any more trash cans. Go-karts still has a line way out into the street. World's worst roller coaster of 3 heads with the neon green supports. So the one that I just made and I didn't think was very good is still super popular. That is actually fun. This is also a really simple coaster type with not a lot of dynamic elements you can do with the track, so obviously it's going to be a little easier because of that, but hey, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. And we only used like half of the map. You could, if you really wanted to min-max everything, you could just fill this whole thing full of stuff. Probably have a whole lot of success. But it's October 1st, year 2. I think I can build a top spin thing. Just fill up a little bit more space in this general area. If I have a... I guess right here is probably fine. Yeah, give that a nice, simple entrance. And that's probably going to be all she wrote. So we'll go ahead and, I guess, just take a look at roller coasters, do our end of episode fun as the clock ticks down. I appreciate you guys so much for watching these videos. I love this game. I'm so glad we get to do a series on it, and the videos are doing well, so I appreciate the support. Beard Boosters also appreciate the support of those folks who make it possible to try and do new things, take risks, forsake the beavers for, gasp, more than 1 day a week, and put other stuff up. But that's not to throw shade at anything. It just seems like the beaver game is dominating so much of the viewership of the stuff. And it's a good game. But variety is also important, so it's nice to be able to do these other things, especially when the game's 25 years old and it gets the kind of attention that it still does. I think it's worth doing. So, oh, now we got burgers. Now we can finally have burgers in October year 2. They invented burgers. So we're not going to bother building that because we only have 2 weeks left in game. But it truly is possible only because you guys support the videos and the Beard Boosters support the channel that we can continue doing this. And I really would like to do every scenario in the game if I can. It's going to take a long time. But if we're able to just keep on getting these in on the schedule every so often, then I think we'll have no problem at least getting through a good portion of them by the end of the year. That being said, now that the Update 6 Folktales Timberborn series has concluded as of yesterday, we got some time in the schedule to try some new stuff. I am going to move Water Beavers to probably 4 videos a week. Maybe just 3, maybe 4, I'm not entirely sure. But I would like to, at least for the time being, move RollerCoaster Tycoon to 2 videos per week. Water Beavers probably to 4, and then 7th day, I'm not entirely sure yet. We got some other options to explore, but I really enjoy doing this stuff. I'm glad you guys are here to be a part of it, and hopefully we can continue to have a whole lot of success as long as these guys don't keep destroying all of our trash cans. So that is a little bit of a challenge when you have a large quantity of guests in a relatively small area. They do like to destroy things. And it's unfortunate also that we don't have a balloon stall, because we're not going to be able to see the balloons get released after we win the scenario. But they will all turn and clap, which is fun, I suppose. So October 29th, October 30th, it's going to be just about over as soon as we get past October 31st. So there you have it, Bumbly Beach, 784 guests, park rating of 940 or whatever. And there we go. Company value of $204,549. Pop our name in there. Or my name, rather. And that's all she wrote. Appreciate you guys. Have a fun and safe rest of your day, whatever it is you're doing. We'll see you next time. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.